Hello Reformers and welcome back to A World of Ice and Fire. As you can see, we've actually entered one of the villages nearby to the Nightwatch. Actually, this is actually one of the Nightwatch villages. Ah, fantastic. Very good start to the episode, isn't it? Anyway, someone actually did mention in the comments, thank you very much for this, that you can actually go into the village elder. I should really change that wording, you know, because when I say, let's go into X person, whoever it is, it always sounds a little bit risque, shall we say. Risque? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, point is, we're going to give him a little something. And as you can see, I can think of 64 whom I suspect would jump at the chance. If you could pay 10 silver stags each for their equipment, does that suit you? Yes, it does. Oh, did you really just give me 64 units? Did he really? Wait a minute. Where are they? Did he get... Yeah, he gave... Look at that. He gave me rogues. He gave me 64 rogues. And they level up into Nightwatch units. So this is obviously the way that you will recruit Nightwatch units. They are going to level up so incredibly fast. It is just ludicrous how fast they're going to level up in our army. I hope, at least. Yes, hopefully they're not going to die too easily. Anyway. Let's go and make our way over to the Shadow Tower here. See if anyone's there. Oh, there's no one there. Alright, I'm actually wondering whether we should just go straight on in here. I think we should actually just go straight on in here, so that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm just going to build a couple of things around here. I guess I will build that because I just want to make sure that maybe if, you know, something's going to happen, we'll be prepared for it. I guess it's going to take 20 hours. Ooh, that's a bit of a problem. We have no food. Yes, that is a bit of a problem. Right. Probably should have done something about that when I was in the area over there. Actually, you know what? I could probably just call for a meeting and force them to surrender straight away. Here's the thing. If I get too low in terms of morale, I'm going to lose many good units, which is definitely something I don't want to have happen. Yeah, I know. That's absolutely fine. For them to take that, I actually have no problem with that whatsoever. But I do have a problem with this. Yeah, I have a problem with that. We lost a whole bunch of very good units. So hopefully once we're done here... Place the mantlets. Yes, let's go. Let's just go straight on in here and see what we can do. I have a lot of archers actually, so I'm actually going to place my archers on the outside here, and we'll see if we can maybe do something with them. And that's the thing. I think I should probably just charge straight on in here, because if I charge straight on in, we're probably just going to, well, straight up murder them. Straight up murder them without any problems whatsoever. I think that's probably going to be what happens. Or at least I hope so. Can you... Could you just... Yeah, thank you. Give Elias a little bit of space. Thank you very much. I'd appreciate it. Anyway, Hagen's... Oh, Hagen is going in there. She's doing a lot of damage right now. We are going to lose quite a few units as a result of us heading in here, but that is to be expected. As I've said before, assaults will usually result in many more casualties than obviously just forcing the surrender or whatever, but I thought it might be pretty fun to actually do the siege here, because this is a Night's Watch fief, and I don't believe we're going to be able to do any sieges against the Night's Watch at any point in the series, unless they declare war against us, of course. Who knows? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But from what I know about them, they're probably not going to, because they are kind of focused on eliminating the free folk as much as possible. So obviously that's a thing. And yeah, what I'm actually going to do is oh yeah, thank you to someone in the comments that actually told me that the companions and so on and so forth, you can't actually send them to the wall. So those companions, as far as I'm aware, you can't do anything with them. I don't know whether you can do anything else. I seem to remember that you can capture... I think you can capture Jon Snow. I think you can actually capture Jon Snow, and then you can actually get his weapon somehow. And I think his weapon is a Valyrian steel sword of some kind, or some kind of Valyrian steel weapon. At least that is what I've heard. I could be incorrect about this. A couple of details could be a little bit off, but for the most part, I believe that to be the case. Anyway, you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to jump. Oh, yes. Hello there. Ah. Do you mind? Do you mind? Okay, thanks very much. Alright, so now we're just going to go to town on these guys. Oh, yes. We are going to go to town. Which town? I have no idea. But we're going to try our very best. I'm actually kind of surprised that anyone survives the Valyrian steel, to be honest, because, I mean, you know, in terms of lore, it can basically cut through anything. But it seems to seems to be a bit, well, a bit less powerful than you would expect. But still doing some decent damage. Still doing some decent damage. So you can see right there that we are actually... Are we actually doing okay? Oh, hello, Tiger Cloak. Tiger Cloak person who's just coming down there and being like, hello there. Trying to help us out a little bit. Gonna have to be a bit careful here as well, because we obviously do not want to get swarmed, basically, or spawned on, or anything like that. So it would make sense for me to get in there once again. Oh yeah, we got a lot of people in here. We got a lot of people. Well, so far everything's going quite nicely. Oh, look at this, we have Thoros. Thoros is here right beside us. This is fantastic. Or is it? Because he's now getting swarmed by huge amounts of wildlings right now. And I mean, this is exactly my point. There's what? How many? Almost 450 or so units in the garrison here. And these guys are just dying. They are literally just dying. And I suppose, you know, a better way to go about things right here would be to ask them to surrender in the future, and we'll see if that actually makes any difference, because then we've kind of proven our strength, haven't we? Haven't we proven our strength in a sort of roleplay sense? We've proven how, well, eligible, shall we say, we are for the leadership of the free folk. So I think that would be... I think that's a pretty cool way to kind of explain away that we might try to do a little bit of surrender, you know, a little bit of threatening and asking for ransom, you know, for the keep to be like, oh yes, please take this castle and so on. So we're going to try something like that in the future, because as you can see, I eliminated 391 without so much as losing that many units. Look at that. It's kind of ludicrous how bad the wildlings actually are. We eliminated 67. Look at that. 67 for Elias. It's really nice. Okay, so we actually rescued this fellow. He's part of the Night's Watch. And we are now able to... Oh, yeah. Give me some more of these guys. Yeah, we're going to take some more of the Night's Watch. Thank you very much. Let's take some more recruits and some trainee infantry. It seems like I'm converting my entire party into Night's Watch units, which is not exactly what I want to do. You know, I want to have those Unsullied still in my party. I want to have all the exiled knights and everything. They are still going to be a staple in my army for the moment, but obviously times got to change. You know, you got to change with the times, and hopefully we'll be able to make that work for us. I'm actually going to take these Tiger Elite Archers. They're very good. And we'll bury everyone because we need the morale for when I'm traveling back to the the area here. So I'm actually going to get Daisy to come up here, I think. So what we have Lady Val and we have Daisy coming up into the north, and I think that's going to be really good for us. All right. So that's fantastic. Let's go back to Castle Black as soon as possible. Let's go into the inn. And there's an assassin. Oh. Hello. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Hello. Yeah, that assassin was actually wanting to kill us. Strange, that one didn't seem like your ordinary troublemaker. He didn't drink all that much, he just stood there quietly and watched the door. You may wish to consider whether you have any enemies who know you are in town. A pity that blood had to be spilled in my establishment. Well, better him than me, I suppose. Right, okay. That was kind of interesting. Okay, so 17,000... No, I'm sorry. I will not be buying 10 morale for 17,000. That's a little bit too much. Alright, so we seem to have rested for a little bit of time. As you can see, my weekly wages are actually leveling out a little bit more now, because I was actually losing, I think, 9,000 per week, but now I'm losing only 3,600, and that seems to be leveling out quite nicely, and hopefully we will start to make profits as we go forward. So I was actually just waiting here to give my people a little bit of a time to rest, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to go into our party here and just make sure that we are as leveled up as we can. Rangers. Where's my... where are my rogues? There we go. Oh, yeah. All 64 of them leveled up. That is insanity. So nice. Really is. And the faster we can level up those rangers, the better, so that we can actually start having a force that is capable of defeating the White Walkers. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Hardhome, because I think, yeah, as you can see right there, it seems like someone from the Night's Watch has now tried to besiege that other thing. Oh, look at this! Oh, someone from House Freemont has taken that guy prisoner. Fantastic, that's great. Anyway, as I say, hopefully we will be able to take this. Shadow Tower has been besieged. I don't really mind. We can take that back very easily. And I'm actually going to try and intimidate these guys, because I feel like waiting for, you know, anything to happen in terms of an assault is going to drain our morale, drain our resources in terms of food a little bit too much. So, yep, there we go. They are actually offering that. Oh, Jon Snow. Hello there, Jon Snow. You seem to be, oh, was he captured? Seems like he was captured, actually. Well, that's interesting. I would not have expected that, actually. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so, yeah, we actually have a full party now. I'm gonna release a couple of these outlaw poachers, trumpeters, standard banner carriers, camp followers, and so on and so forth. And we are instead going to be utilizing as many Night's Watch units as we can get our hands on. So I'm going to try and do that, because it seems like we have so many Night's Watch units available here. And to not rescue them in these kinds of situations would be foolish, in my opinion. So we're going to just take as many as we can get our hands on. And there we go. And we should swap some farmers out and some camp followers and so on and so forth. Iron Man pirates, are they actually any good? I don't know, maybe. Exiled knights they become, so that's pretty good. Slave leaders are good. Dothraki raiders, probably not so good, but they are very, very good in field battles, even though we do have 271 veteran free riders as it is, so we don't really need them. But yeah, we only have 5 spies remaining as well, by the way, so we might have some problems with them, but well, whatever the case, let's try and rescue a whole bunch. Oh wow, this is crazy. How many? Oh wow, that is just insane. Having so many champions, and I don't have any ransom brokers nearby. Isn't it awful? Absolutely awful. Okay, so we're going to give this to Lady Val, because she just lost her fief in the area. So hopefully that will be pretty good for her. I'm going to give the rest to Bronn and maybe Krastos as well, because they are getting a little bit low in terms of their relation with us. And otherwise, I'm pretty happy with what's going on so far. We've done pretty well. I feel like in the rest of the episode, I think we have actually a much better chance than average of being able to completely eliminate the free folk in this episode. So we'll see if that can actually happen. There we go. We've improved our morale, and we have still below average morale. This is really bad. It's probably because I have so many units, and we're not really fighting that much, which is a big problem. And I did give that to Lady Val, which obviously was detrimental to my morale in itself, because you actually lose morale for giving fiefs to your vassals for some reason. Don't know why that would be, but there you go. Guess it just happens. There's Tormund. Do I really want to fight him? I mean, we've seen... Ooh, he actually has 10 champions. Oh, and he has 2 Night's Watch vassals as prisoners. Okay, I guess I am going to have to fight him. Could you just slow down? Oh, thanks. Okay, there we go. Let's go in to help this fellow, who used to be our mortal enemy. Yes. Ah, yeah, well, he's taking advantage of our assistance, that's for sure. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. What do I actually do against the wildlings? I'm kind of a bit confused, because the wildlings are so, well, not good, that it is making things a little bit weird, because on the one hand, I'm like, oh, yes, we must do shield wall, and, you know, attack them. But then you think about it, and you think to yourself, shield wall? against such lightly armored units, it's almost as though it doesn't actually even make any difference. Like, I mean, I could just basically charge in. I mean, I could just literally just charge everyone in. Even our archers. Even our archers could probably charge in and do a perfectly fine job here. Now, bear in mind, however, that this guy does have thin champions. And thin champions are definitely something that we want to acquire for ourselves. So, if we can, being able to capture the town of Thenn is going to be very important for us, I believe. Because being able to get those 10 champions is extremely important for battling the White Walkers as far as I'm aware. Now, I'm still a bit rusty on what I actually have to do for the White Walkers. I know that fire is generally really good against them. So, fire arrows, anyone that can use fire arrows like Nightwatch Rangers, they are obviously going to be spectacular. And then we of course have the Red Priests and those guys, and we can maybe use some gold cloaks as well. I think someone actually said that you can buy wildfire in King's Landing, and you can give the wildfire to your companions. And I think that's pretty cool. I think that's actually really cool, because I'd like to be able to make our companions be a little bit effective in the war against the White Walkers. And another couple of people have said that auto-calculating against the White Walkers is probably going to be our best shot, because in general, attacking the White Walkers straight up, like we are doing right now, you know, in an actual battle, is probably not the best idea, because obviously I'm basically the only one that has a Valyrian steel sword, with the exception of a couple of special lords and special characters throughout the mod. So maybe that would be an idea. I don't know. We'll see how it goes at the time. But obviously, auto-calculating is very, very costly, and we must expect that the White Walkers themselves are going to have amazing stats, and I'm talking about really good. Actually, maybe not. Maybe they'll surprise us by being immune to damage from basically everything except Valyrian steel, and Valyrian steel will kill them in one hit or something like that. Maybe that's the case. Who knows? We'll find out in due time. Anyway, there you go. That was a pretty easy victory for us. Now, I'm actually gonna just auto-resolve this. And there we go. We gain a little bit of relation with this guy hates us so much. Oh dear. Yeah, anyway, we gain a bit of relation with the Night's Watch. This guy is now our prisoner. I'm actually going to let him go because I have no need. Actually, wait a minute. No, I'm actually going to take him prisoner because I want to send him to the wall, which is amusing because they hate the Night's Watch. So let's see whether we can rescue a couple of people. There we go. Okay, fantastic. So we have 20 spaces in our army here. What do we actually want to take here? It doesn't seem like much, to be honest. So I don't think I'm going to take anyone, to be honest. And we're going to do that. And we've gained morale. So what do I want to do now? Well, I should probably go to Thenn, and we will probably try and take that before Frostfang's camp, because Frostfang's camp... Oh, hello. There's a bunch of Night's Watch vassals right there. Oh, look, there's the king. Yes, we sent the king over here. Remember the king? Yes, we sent him. All right, so Tormund, he's actually leveled up, amusingly enough. Okay, so you've committed high treason, and in exchange for your life, you must, go and join the Night's Watch. Guess I have no other choice. 112 renown. Insane. Absolutely insane. And everyone's hating me like no one's business. But it is necessary. It's necessary to try and... I mean, I don't think it's really going to do much to stem the tide of the White Walkers. But you never know. We've got to try our best. We've got to try our best to get as many people on board as possible. So let's see what we can do about going to Thenn here. And we'll see... Oh, your commander... Oh, this is just a tournament. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about there. Alright, so let's have a look and see how many units they actually have in Thenn. We might be able to take it just by threatening them. 600. We might be able to do it. Alright, let's call for a meeting. Surrender. Wow. Okay, sure. I'm in your debt for freeing me, friend. Fantastic. Okay, so that has... Well, that has basically made things extremely easy for us right there. And that means that we will now be able to explore the possibility of me being able to recruit Fen champions. That's what we need. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. Gonna just leave the rest. I don't... That's the thing. I don't really want to take infantry for the moment, because I think taking infantry is probably not the best idea. Okay, so I'm actually going to defer appointment right now, because I don't want to take... oh, really? We're losing 13 morale? Are you serious? Okay, well, whatever the case. Let's see what we can do here. Can I manage this without having ownership over it? Because I actually wanted to make sure that there was a garrison here. You know what I'm going to do? I guess, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to place a whole bunch of units in here so that my morale might actually rectify itself. Actually, I'm going to keep a couple of these because I might find a ransom broker inside the tavern here. But we're going to just place a whole bunch in here. I'm going to keep the recruits because they are obviously going to be leveling up over the time that they are in my army. And we're just going to place a bunch in here, and there we go. I think that seems pretty good to me. Yeah, I think that seems pretty good. Okay, so we have 322. I hope that that's going to be... Actually, you know what? I don't want to lose any of these Unsullied, so I'm actually going to put them in here as well. And we'll put the Exiled Knights in, and... You know what? Let's just put everyone in, because I don't want to lose them, and I'll just keep the recruits with me for the moment. And we'll go into the inn and see if there's a ransom broker there. If there's a ransom broker here, I will be forever thankful. Yes, there is. Oh, great. Thanks very much for the 32,000. That is amazing. There's Crichton. We might want to get Crichton again at some point. Okay, so buy me and my men this. It's going to only cost 1,700 because I don't have that many men. So that's fantastic. Very good. All right, so yeah, it seems like I will need to find out. I think I might need to give this to myself. Let me actually just see if there's anyone here. No, there's no one here. So I'm going to have to... Oh dear. I might have to travel all the way back to Volantis to give this to myself, but we'll see if that's actually the case, because now that we've taken that, the only thing preventing the Free Folk from being eliminated is Frostfang's camp, and I'm pretty sure we can take that just from a pure surrender maneuver, and that should be pretty easy. And then there's the other fellow right there. Yeah, so if anyone knows how to recruit Fen champions, by all means, place it down in the comments. I think there is actually someone that did that on one of the previous episodes, so I do appreciate that. And otherwise, we'll see how it goes from here. I thank you very much for watching and for joining me, and I will see you next time.